Good afternoon. It is February 23rd, 2022, and today we had a huge sell-off. The lows, I didn't pull up the daily chart, but the lows in the past 11, these are new lows in the past like 11 days. So, excuse me, pretty significant. You could have had the resistance line drawn up here, or this is where the resistance line, I believe, is, and support, I think, was down here off these lows. You can see we get a break and two legs to a new low. So you might want to measure that. Just a rough estimate, and you can see it looks like that is a pretty significant area. So big sell-off, a lot of good entries. See, Max said he liked a lot of the entries yesterday, but I wasn't feeling a lot of them in my analysis. But today I feel like, yeah, I was seeing some really good setups. So wasn't really too clear what the bias was because of this back and forth. You can see we formed this level of resistance right here, and we were just chopping around. But this turned out to be a trend channel. I don't think you want to enter this. It does look like a second entry, first entry, second entry. So you could definitely, I think if you're reading this well, you could take it because it's at the top of, it's at the resistance level. So, but then when we come here, then you should have that trend channel drawn. That's a first entry, and we get a second entry right here. I really like the way that sets up, and that could get you a very, very, very nice move. Here we have a second entry, but it doesn't make a new high. So that signal bar is no good. We can't go. Oh, wait. Matching high? Oh, for some reason I didn't think that made a new high. So let me go ahead and mark that red. Probably a little, yeah, that's probably why, because I don't think you have a lot of evidence that this is a strong move down at this point, you know, because we might bounce right here. But I still, regardless, I do like that move. And it blows through the overnight lows. This is too far from the EMA. This looks like a second entry short to me, and that's just an extremely bearish bar. So, you know, it's not a second entry short technically, but I think that's pretty clear that that's a second entry short. Near the trend channel. Great move. And this is a second entry short too right here. Technically a third entry it looks like, but double bottom here, second entry short, but my signal bar is a little too neutral, I guess. If that was red, I'd probably mark that. That's all I see there. First entry, second entry. If you got trapped there, maybe going short, because I don't think you would have gotten out. About 92. Okay, maybe you did get out. I don't know. Yeah, 92 to 91. Oh no, yeah, no, that's 3 ticks. So, I don't know. Yeah, if you got trapped, but then this thing happens. I don't know. It's tough to say because this looks like, to me, that kind of looks like one leg up. So, yeah, I don't know if you can take that. This lower high, actually, now that I'm seeing that. Though it's not clear at this point that it's a range, but if you spot that, we hit a measured move and bounce, and you get this lower high right here. I like that. We come back into this range. So really, that's when I saw the range had formed. You know, this is clearly congestion, and I just measured this, and it turns out to be a measured move. So that was a very important price level. You get a second entry short right here, but the signal bar isn't good. You're going into this measured move. of the overnight lows. So it's aggressive. We form this range. We start coming out, and yeah, I did have my level of support drawn here, and we bounced. But I like this setup right here. That's actually technically a third entry, but it's like a lower high. I believe this would go back to the EMA. Even though this looks like a really nice reversal pattern, this is just such a strong downtrend. So I like that. But then we're off of these two bounces, it looked like we formed a channel. You get an overshoot there. So if you're feeling gutsy, that's a nice leg up. You might think you want to go long. That's a second entry right here off the EMA. But I just don't like that on a day like today, personally. And then I like this one. But unfortunately, it does look like you're going into resistance. First entry, failed second entry, short also. So that's a good entry, but, you know, there's risk with it for sure. So that we get a real overshoot up here, a real big overshoot up here, and then we start going down, and you get what looks like, technically this is a failed second entry long right here, so that's aggressive. But I think if you know what's going on, this would be a really good place to be aggressive, because we just had a break. We could be going to make a new low, and that's exactly what happened. So I don't think there's any way to get in on that move other than that. Here we have a slight overshoot. It leads to a break. You get a second entry short with a very bearish bar. First entry, second entry. I like that. I like the way that looks. We get a break, break, move to a new low. Little reversal pattern if you're feeling yourself. That looks pretty good. I've noticed corrections of like a similar size really help me feel confident in how I'm seeing the price action. Like this looks like a measured move. These two legs of correction. Get a lower high right here. I don't think you can enter that though. Maybe you're seeing something else, but I don't think you can enter that. It is probably like one leg up, a break, move two legs up to a new high even, and a lower high, so you might think of it that way. But here we get a second entry short. And I think all these longs I think are trapped, and that's why I like that. It really looks like they're just trapped. Boom, we get another leg down just like that one. Then another second entry short right here. And then a second entry short right here, but I don't like that setup. It's just, it is a second entry short and gets you a nice move. That's like a spike in channel, and then that channel fails, and you get a first entry, second entry. Depending on how you drew this channel, I mean, this is how I think it is. Slight overshoot leads to this extremely bearish bar. I really like that move. And if you don't want to take that, this is like a lower high. It just felt like a very bearish moment right there. That looks like it would trap a lot of longs. This is the first entry, so not really sure why I'm marking that. This looks like a failed second entry. But these are going into, I had this level of support drawn, so that's aggressive. That takes us into 1230. So I hope everyone had a good day. That's how I saw it. Let's take a look at trades I took on my simulator. Alright, so this overshoot. Oh, Lord, I went long here. Oh, man, that's a terrible idea. I got stopped out, too. Look at that. What a terrible idea. So, yeah, I came in late. I'm one of those people. You get the overshoot. You should be expecting a break. I hopped in way up here, way away from the EMA. Yeah, Then I had some good entries down here. Took this second entry short, great entry. Took this second entry short, great entry. Yeah, I tried to go for a runner with this one. Didn't work out. Would have worked out very well, though, if I just kept it above the signal bar. So, something to think about. Hope everyone had a fantastic day, and I'll be back tomorrow.